It's March 11th. Today's reading starts with the overarching principle of the law of possession. Drive out all the inhabitants of the land. God did not command that all the inhabitants be killed, just driven out, as their presence would have a corrosive and even toxic impact upon the Israelites' ability to keep God's law. In some specific instances, and for very specific reasons, God would later command the Israelites to kill all inhabitants, but each city was treated differently. God dictates precise borders. The land would stay as the possession of each tribe, and the inheritance or title couldn't be transferred to another tribe. Spreading the Levites in 48 cities throughout the land assured that the religious teaching would be available regardless of physical location. 6 of those cities were to be cities of refuge for those guilty of manslaughter, and the death penalty is to be sternly enforced. We are given theological justification for its application. Innocent blood cries out from the ground. The blood of a murdered person defiles the land, and only the death of the murderer cleanses the land from defilement. At Mount Sinai, God began sketching a portrait, offering the first glimpse of what the model nation would look like. The law, the tabernacle, and many celebrations and festivals, the hundreds of intricate details that combine to form this model society that would reflect God's holiness, His values, His character, and His priorities. And over the last 40 years, the people have adopted the laws. They've lived by God's directed calendar and have incorporated the festivals into their lives. Here on the plains of Moab, just across the Jordan River, the reality of their long journey's end is becoming real as they examine the maps laid out by Joshua and Eleazar. The sketch is becoming three-dimensional. Their time of preparation has come to a close, and a new season of change is upon them. No longer will they be a nomadic people. They will live in homes instead of tents, plow their own land, and live in cities designed, built, and named by them. They will need to acquire new skills and think in new ways. And those that are willing to adjust and adopt are in store for great blessings. They will see God move among them in ways their parents could not have imagined. God's Spirit is always moving on the earth, seeking to reveal Himself to all mankind. His work in His people is sequential. It builds upon itself, and it is dynamic and never stale. Participating with God in His work requires a certain sensitivity to what He is doing, and it requires a willingness to let Him mold us and teach us new skills. It requires that we allow Him to show us new ways of doing things. Here's today's application. How would you characterize your relationship with God? Is it dynamic? Are you learning new things? Are you seeing new and fresh aspects of God's character or fresh aspects of His love for you? Or has it grown somewhat stale? God wants to show you His fresh insights into His character. Press into Him today. Fresh revelation brings encouragement, hope, and often new assignments and responsibilities. If you are willing to adjust and adopt, you will see God do things that will amaze you. Now here's today's prayer.